Everybody. This is the Week 2 overview for EDUA 517, Curriculum Design and Evaluation. I'd like to start by just calling your attention to my last announcement. I apologize. I posted not one but two incorrect due dates for assignment number 1. The correct due date is Sunday, May 20th, 2018. So it is due on the last day of our second week of instruction. I'm sorry if this caused you any undue stress. I'm moving over now to the left to our Week 2 tab. And here we are in Week 2, which begins tomorrow, Monday, May 14th, and ends on Sunday, May 20th. Our topic this week is the role of the curriculum in education, and our learning outcomes include define and explain the terminology for curriculum design and evaluation, explain approaches to school curriculum and evaluation at the micro and macro curriculum levels, and clearly identify these in district, school, and classroom, compare and contrast philosophies of curriculum design and evaluation, create a philosophy of education statement that includes a rationale for the selection and development of curriculum in a local district, school, class, and or special setting that also addresses the need for teaching morals and values in today's classroom. And finally, design a school curriculum improvement effort that is responsive to present needs, structured by research-based criteria, and addresses educational needs of students for the future, including objectives, procedures, and variety of assessments for the needs of diverse learners. So last week's live virtual meeting was a bit of foreshadowing for Week 2. My essential question is, who decides what we teach and how we teach it? And the examples that I shared with you and I posted in the announcements as follow-ups are two current topics that relate to these. You will see my video located right here. And then this week we have a short video, Did You Know 2016? Now, it's already 2018, but there's still excellent information in here about data changes and information about us in a comparative way. I suggest that you view the learning module before you do the readings. Learning modules right down here. The readings list, Curriculum Leadership, our textbook, Chapter 2, and Report of the Committee of 10, as well as the Cardinal Principles of Secondary Education. The reason why I suggest that you start the learning module first is because there are references to the readings this week, and that I find helps to frame the reading and help make more sense of it. Here is the optional Christian message. Leading for educational change requires a solid understanding of where you're going and how you will get there. Reflect on your personal compass and how it informs your educational compass as you lead for educational reform. That is optional, but some food for thought. Then we go into our discussions for Week 2. Is education in the U.S. moving in the right direction? Remember to post a thoughtful response with substance and to use APA format in your references. You will want to reference the materials for this week. That part is due by Thursday. By Sunday, you should post 2 thoughtful, substantial responses to your classmates. And finally, here is assignment number 1, the curriculum interview and essay assignment. Click on the link to get a description of the assignment. It is worth 30 points. Your task is to interview a school or district leader of curriculum to learn about the procedures in place for rigorous academic expectations, curriculum development, and textbook selection, including involvement of community stakeholders. Now, in the last district that I worked in, I was part of the curriculum council, which was made up of all kinds of stakeholders. It was led by our director of curriculum and instruction. It had a representative from each of our 8 schools. We had um, a parent representative and an industry representative that would come and attend our meetings. They were held generally twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year. And it was really the body that made decisions using Robert rules about adoptions. Because we had stakeholders of every group represented, it was a very highly functioning group. So take a look at your own organization and find out what you have. And in this assignment, you're going to define the meaning of curriculum, develop a written description of curriculum development process in the different stages, and provide a critique of the existing process. So how do you think it could be better? What do you think are some limitations? Your deliverable will be a 5 to 7 page paper using APA format. Do look up the correct way to format an interview. It's often listed as personal communication, but take a look at the correct way to list it, both in a biography and in text or parenthetically. And you can use this Assignment 1 curriculum essay scoring rubric as your guide. And again, as I mentioned in my announcement, this assignment is due on Sunday, May 20th, 2018 by midnight, not due by May 13th or June 3rd. That's our week 2. Don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. I will be conducting follow-up and introduction phone calls this week. I find that it's easier to do so after we've launched the course, and also because we had a meeting last week. So expect a phone call from me. If you don't have time to talk, you can not feel obligated to return the call. But if you do have questions, know that I'll be contacting you by phone.